Hi, my name's Tina Spalding. I am a trance channel. I channel a group of non-physical teachers called Ananda, amongst other beings. Lots of different beings come through me. We are currently exploring the idea of drugs and alcohol, so I thought I would give Ananda another chance to speak about that and how it affects our spiritual development. So I will take one breath, Ananda will come through and elaborate some more on this subject. I'll see you at the end of the session. We're with you again, dear ones. The first video we made about this subject was a brief introduction, so we are going to speak to you about our point of view. Of course, we are not bound by bodies. This interaction that we are having with this being is our choice and her choice. But there is no obligation here. There is only free will and creativity at play. And this is the joy of your mind, of your consciousness. This being that you are witnessing here has, through many years of self-understanding, come to a place and a frequency of being able to connect with non-physical teachers such as ourselves, and of course other beings such as Jesus, which is a great compliment to her frequency. For most of you, your frequency is determined by your thought, and your thought is determined by your beliefs. Your beliefs are not always your own. You do not realize this, but the consciousness in which you reside is profoundly manipulated by your society, and you are coerced through many, many conditioning programs to act out of accord with your true self. And this is really where your suffering arises from. And yes, this has to do with drugs and alcohol, because it is the suffering that we must address here. You have a guidance system, which is your feeling, emotional self, and it guides you moment by moment throughout your day. It says it feels good to be in the sun or to be in the shade. I am thirsty, I am curious, I am frightened, I am uneasy, I am ecstatic. Your feeling self will feed back to you a continuous stream of information about whether the experience you are having is suitable for you. And this guidance system, as we have mentioned many times, but we will mention again, is your direct link to source. It is your direct link to that which you are, which is love. And so when you are choosing something that is out of accord with love, you will feel bad. Not because you are bad, but your guidance system will be saying to you, you are out of accord with truth, choose again. But you are not taught this. You are taught that if you feel bad, something that you are observing is wrong. It may be somebody else's behavior. But what is in actual fact happening is that you are wrong because you are judging that behavior, and so you have had an unloving thought, and then your guidance system says, you are out of alignment with love, try again, choose again. But because you are not taught this fundamental idea of creation, you are suffering a lot in your society, and because of the profound conditionings that you undergo in your society, restrictive religious instruction, constraining and punishing, corporal punishment, these are very, very detrimental to your spiritual evolution, despite what you have been told. You have everything you need within you to grow and walk along the path that is destined for you, and that is through your curiosity, your desires, the things you like, the things you are interested in, the things that bring you joy. And so very early on in your development you begin to suffer. Some of you remember being in school and hating school, and that is a very, very hard place for spirit to be, constrained by time and physical structures and rules and subjects that you are not interested in. These are the fundamental building blocks of addiction, of abuse of substance. And so this is where the healing of those things must take place. First of all, you must understand that you are medicating a suffering mind. You must realize this, And you will feel it because as you approach that time of day when you use your drugs or alcohol, you will begin to feel agitated if you cannot access them. But this is the most wonderful opportunity for you if you are seeking to raise your frequency. That is the moment, the magical moment when you get to decide your fate, when you get to decide your future, that magical moment when you feel the need for a drug or alcohol. In that moment, you become the ruler of your world. In that moment, you cave into egoic material addiction, or you choose the light, you choose love. You are in fact attacking your body when you choose the drugs or alcohol, because they are essentially poisons that numb the mind. And you, as a creative, spiritual, divine aspect of God, are mind manifested, manifesting, creating with that very thing that you are numbing. And so in a sense you are attacking God when you use drugs or alcohol. Now, we are not speaking from a religious point of view, but a frequency point of view. The creativity of your God self is numbed in that action. You are choosing fear rather than love, and so that is what you are going to bring into your world, and that is what you see with the addicted person, the alcoholic. You see somebody who has chosen fear day after day, moment after moment, and they take themselves down into what you would consider hell. When you in this moment choose to love yourself, when you in this moment choose to deal with the cause of the stress that is making you want to use drugs or alcohol, you are aligning yourself with love. You are choosing the light. You are asking for help from higher realms, and trust us, we hear you. We cannot do anything for the inebriated person. They have made their choice. But the person who is seeking relief from their addiction, who asks in that moment, I want something, I don't want to take it, please help me. We can hear you and we can help you. There are many beings on this side who are dedicated to helping drug addicts and alcoholics, and we can come to you and assist you out of that moment of despair. But you must make that choice with your free will. You must make that choice with an honest desire for clarity and purification, if you will. But we want you to know there is no judgment on this side. You're not punished for struggling with these substances. You are trained into using them in your society. It is a very sad state of affairs. But know that Spirit can help you if you ask for assistance in that desperate moment. Do not do it when you are hungover. Do not do it when you are inebriated, but do it in that moment just before you are making that choice. And you will have energetic help that will be there for you to assist in your clarification. There are so many beings on this side that love the earth, that are here to assist you in this awakening that you are going through. And many of you are struggling more and more because the earth seems to be in dire straits. These terrorist attacks and wars and fear-mongering that is going on in your mass media is making you suffer more, and so you seem to need these things more. You seem to need a good stiff drink at the end of the day just to cope with what is happening. But we want you to know that that is the last thing that your world needs right now. It needs clear beings. It needs beings that are focused on love. It needs beings that are aware and conscious. So be one of those beings. Do not be the inebriated masses, but be clear, be kind, be clarified, and you will be the source of healing that this world needs right now. We are Ananda. We are here to assist you in your clarification, and we will speak to you again another time. There are children playing outside my window, but hopefully that wasn't too disturbing and you could hear everything. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.